Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge Blade Works. So Harbor Freight makes these shrinker and stretcher, and you got a handle right here, and these are kind of a pain in the butt if you don't have the stands for them. So I made kind of a makeshift stand, and what I did is I took a piece of 3/8 plate steel right here and welded, or not welded, but drilled some holes in it, put the bolts on the bottom of these shrinker stretchers so that you could, and then I welded a piece of flat strap on the bottom right here so that I could bolt it in my vise. And then for safety, I have these vice grips here so that when you push down real hard right here, it doesn't flip this back and hurt somebody or whatever. But anyways, when you're doing sheet metal fabrication, repair, and whatever, this is just a piece of scrap steel so I can kind of show you what I'm doing. If you have a shrinker stretcher, and a lot of the times I'm making fenders and motorcycle gas tanks and all kinds of different hoods and tops and whatever, it's really hard to hammer out the perfect area that you want on a piece of metal. And if you have a shrinker stretcher, you can actually take this piece of metal and shrink it or stretch it, and it'll bring it up or down or whatever shape you want it to do. And I'll kind of show you just real quick. This isn't a how-to tip or nothing like that. These are from Harbor Freight. I'm really happy with them. I've had these for a couple years now, but I made a stand for it. Figured I'd do a quick video on it. And you shove these in here, pull back on it a little bit, and then you want to pull down on the handle, and you'll actually see this piece of metal starting to move, and that's because right now I'm stretching it. And it was just a piece of flat steel, and then when I'm done, you'll kind of see what it's doing. And you can see the shapes that you can get quickly and easily. And what it's doing is it's taking this piece of metal and bringing it around. And so you can take these shrinker stretchers and just make all kinds of awesome shapes with them. And then what I would do is I would take, like if this was a fender or something, I would take my dolly and hammer, and then I'd put a piece of wire in here and roll this around so I'd have that wire lip on a fender or something, or if you were making a seat pan for a motorcycle, or I mean, there's just millions of uses for this thing. And like I said, this is from Harbor Freight, and these were cheap. I forget what I paid for them. I know they weren't much, but I got both of them, and they're really reasonable. And I've looked around at Eastwood and all these other places. Excuse me. And these can get real expensive, and I've noticed that all of them are built almost exactly the same. So, I hope you guys like the video or whatever. Just this is for somebody that's doing fabrication, metalwork, and building cars or motorcycles or whatever. A lot of people haven't seen these, and when they come into the garage, a lot of times you're like, "What the hell is that?" Average people. So. If you guys haven't seen them, you might want to check them out. Harbor Freight, pretty cheap, and they're built tough. They're not, they're not junky tools. But anyways, thanks for watching.